So, this is the second prep vlog that I've done. So we're 7 weeks and 5 days away from the PCA Saxon show, Class 1s. Last week was a bit different from the previous vlog. Some days the energy was ridiculously low. The food was still the same, but I had quite a lot of ups and downs this week round. That's primarily just due to the fact that it's now just the diet's just catching up with me. I'm doing nothing different in terms of training or cardio, but this is just what happens. Like, you just get these sporadic dips in energy and stuff. So yeah, that's just the way of it. But other than that, strength is pretty much the same. Mood, debatable. I find myself snapping at a lot of things now. There's a few times where I've wanted to kind of go a bit nuts, and a few of my clients who are also competing, who have not done what they're told, have been on the receiving end of that as well. So, but that's what's needed for them anyway. But yeah, just a lot more snappy, and a bit more urgent with things. Sleep is getting quite hard now, so I find it quite hard to get to sleep. It's primarily due to the fact that I just want to get up in the morning and eat my favourite meal. So it's probably just excitement at the end of the day. There's a certain compound that we all know that affects sleep and things like that that's currently being used, but I've used that year round and it's never affected my sleep. So it's not that. So trembling. So at the week on Sunday, I was 253. So I was 2 pounds up from the previous week. So technically I'm growing into the show, because apparently that's a thing when it's not. Just to touch on that, I've seen quite a lot of posts from some people that are doing the Scottish shows, NABA and PCA, claiming to be growing into a show. These are the same people that don't grow in an off season. So see, I'm getting angry now because I'm getting all snappy again. You don't grow into a show. You don't. You cannot grow into a show. End of. An example I always give is that you'll have, let's just go with a 200-pound bodybuilder. He competes at 200 pounds shredded, or 200 pounds lean, whatever. And then he's been so strict in his diet. He's been dieting for 6 months. He's been training hard for 6 months, sacrificing certain things. And then when it comes to going back on off season, he completely patches training. He completely patches cardio, and he completely patches his nutrition. So what happens is he then loses 20 pounds. He fannies about for a good 8 months, and then decides, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get back into things. I'm going to do a show. So he gets back on his prep, and then what happens is the initial stages of him being rigid and whatnot. Yeah, he puts that 20 pound back on. So he's back up to 200, assuming he stayed in a similar condition. So you've just regained what you've lost. You've not grown. You've not grown in the off season. Like, I don't grow pre-contest, and I think I consider myself to be quite advanced. So how is it you're doing your second show in muscle model and you think you're growing into the show? That's just not the case. If that was the case, when you're in your off season, you should be adding 30 pounds every off season, which is not the case, right? Forget about growing in a show and focus on getting shredded, because these are the same people that claim that, the same guys that claim that they're growing into a show are the same guys that show up to the show and aren't lean. So which is it? Are you doing off season or are you doing pre-contest? Okay, that's my wee rant. Let's just see, going on with the rest of this video, let's just see if there are any others crop up. But no one grows into a show, okay? Don't quote Ronnie Coleman, don't quote Kevin Levrone. You're neither of those two people. You're neither of those two people. right? You compete at Scottish regional level. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, I went to 253 and decided, along with a second opinion from Nick Vandal, that a wee drop in the food was necessary. So not necessarily because I was slowing down. I had come in since the previous week at a lighter weight, but I think a wee nudge, it was just kind of what was needed. So I brought my carbs down by 50 grams from pretty much every meal through the day. I'm keeping fast sugars in there, so there's still a cinnamon bagel and jam post-workout. And in terms of fast sugars pre-workout, there's just a banana, which is the only kind of fruit that's in my diet. So that keeps me kind of satisfied there. And the rest just came out of the rice and the potatoes and the oats, unfortunately, poor oats. Cardio's exactly the same. So cardio's not too, it's still not, I don't know, because it's nowhere near the extent that I've done before. So there's nothing to complain about there. So cardio is fairly easy, which is good moving forward because I know that I can increase it if need be. And if I fall behind or kind of just the thing comes off. And yeah, the other addition was a fat burner. So I've decided to use clenbuterol. I've used this every prep I've ever done. The difference this time round is not using thyroid or T3. T3 I feel in the majority, I wouldn't say vast majority, but I would say 6 out of 10, it makes you fade and it flattens you and it can make you kind of stringy looking. For myself, I don't claim to have an extremely fast metabolism, but I do think it's perhaps a little bit higher than most because I consider myself to train very hard. So any addition of any thyroid on top of what I naturally have, I don't feel is it doesn't make me look better. It makes me fade. I can see lines disappear from certain areas, and that happens across the board with that 6 out of 10 people. You're seeing, I would kind of look out for lines fading across the shoulders, lines fading across the chest, but still being leaner. So it's an odd mix up, and you need someone who knows what that looks like. So I've not added the thyroid in with the clenbuterol, and that's just 40 mcg pre-workout or pre-cardio. So that should just help that little bit more, which is fine. Other than that, there's no other changes to the plan as we're going forward. I'm happy enough with everything. So from now on, it's midweek check-ins going forward. I just realised, sorry, I keep spinning in this chair. Anyway, going forward, so get a wee look in tomorrow and see how things are looking. I do posing every other day, so like a Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, Sunday night, just to get a wee look in, and obviously practice as well. So that's 3 rounds, compulsories and symmetry, just round and round and round and round, just to kind of make sure that everything's nailed and have a look. But I had a look at myself last night, and I'm fairly confident in that I'm where I need to be. So it's everything seems to be going fine at almost 7.5 weeks out, which is great. I'm going to train at Performance Gym in Kilwinning again. It's an awesome gym on Sunday, so hopefully get a wee bit more training footage there. Other than that though, I don't think there's really anything else to report. Nah, I think we're done. I think we're done for this week. Again, guys, if you want me to answer anything on my prep or just anything in general, just give me a shout, because obviously I'm doing this video and sometimes I completely forget some of the topics I was going to cover. So I should probably take a notepad before I do this video. But yeah, if there's anything you want to know about the prep, I'll include that in the next prep video moving forward. So thanks for listening once again.